One. What up? Hi, Emmy. I'm saying hi to Emmy and live at the same time. We are live for the first time ever
At Moco.
at Moco. Let me make sure. All right, I can hear it now. Yes, whiskey.
And
Real estate.
Manika is here.
yeah,
Yep.
We also we were not at the studio, but we brought the studio with us. Jay Lim is in the building. I'll add an applause later.
Hey.
We got Cody Evans in the building. Hey, we're gonna have some guests on this live. This is our first official sponsored off location episode. How you feeling, Lucas?
Hey, it's growing pains right here. We're gonna learn to live here on this, but whiskey and real estate, it's been known through the community now, so it's kind of nice. It's kind of cool to see the growth of it. And, hey.
I love it. We're leveling up. This was always the plan. One of the plans is right in front of us too. We're just going to keep on dropping seeds for Cedar Ridge, which we're going to be sipping some of that today. That's one of the goals, to get them as a sponsor, get an episode shot at their location. We also had this last episode, the Crown Royal Blackberry. I love it. I think it's super good. Yet, my favorite still remains Crown Peach, which I'll be sipping a little bit of that today. What do you have in your cup, Lucas?
I got Cedar Ridge in my cup, and then Cody's got the lemonade blackberry mix of Crown that we talked about on the last episode. I tasted it; it's fire, and that's why we're here at Moco. I mean, obviously, pay attention.
Well, Mike a little closer too.
Pay attention to our clips, because on our clips that we have coming out, we'll be tagged with Moco, and we got the hot dogs that we started off with. They're still eating on the hot dogs.
Not Lim.
Yeah.
I said what hot dog?
Yeah, I already ate my New York dog too.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. Manika's eating the loaded dog
slow.
right now.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I mean, that is a loaded dog. It looks fire. That's probably the one I would take besides the actual New York dog.
I don't know, guys. The Chicago dog is what's up. The jalapenos. I don't even like mustard, and today I do. The tomatoes, relish. It is fire. Pickles on it. It's a really good hot dog. And me and John were both saying we've had a million drinks here. We've even done karaoke here, and we've never had the hot dogs until now. So thank you, Moco. Big shout out to Cale. I'm definitely going to be here a lot anyway, but we want to bring more people in because it's a great location. Tonight is Wednesday. It's karaoke night. So the other side, this is a part of the bar that's open to the public that a lot of people don't know about. And I always thought it'd be perfect to shoot a podcast episode in here because it's secluded. You can't hear the music, but there's also always amazing music going on. They have a really good DJ that comes in at least once a month. Some Tone the Boss guy. But the other DJs are really good too. And like I said, this is Wednesday night, so it's karaoke starting at 9 p.m. And they now have a late night hot dog station. So basically, they'll serve you hot dogs past their normal time. They serve food until 9. After 9, you can still get hot dogs and put on your own condiments and build your own. So shout out to Moco. Thank you for having us today.
You, Moco, for sure. You're part of our growing right now, so I love it.
Yeah, we'll remember you.
For sure. Well, and you get into it and you talk about where Moco's located at, and you talk about the top 3 things of real estate that matter the most. It's location.
What are the 2 crossing streets? We definitely want to shout that out on the live.
Crossing streets, I couldn't tell you because I was a Co guy, so I went to Co, so I can tell you it is literally a rock throw away from Co.
He knows exactly how to get here with his eyes closed.
Exactly. I couldn't tell you the street names. I couldn't tell you what the actual
I'm pretty
address
sure
is.
we're on H Ave Southwest, and
no, we're northeast right now.
Northeast. Oh God.
We're northeast over here.
All right.
16th and E.
16th and E Avenue. Do you got the exact location? We'll give that up too. You got the address?
yeah, 16 E Ave.
16. Say it.
E Ave.
E
Northeast.
Ave. Northeast.
16 E
1600.
All I can say is it's across the street from Co. That's what I say.
1600 E Ave Northeast.
This is the spot. So we're going to bring a couple of our guests on our live. Every time we go live, we want to give a chance for people to leave comments, ask questions, interact. And we also want to start introducing guests on the live. So first and foremost, before we get a guest on, we do have a segment that we don't need any fact checks this week. So Let's go ahead and go into today's market, Lucas.
So today's market, as we've mentioned on the past 2 weeks now on the episode, it is still a market that is short on inventory. It's also a market that we're dealing with right now where rates are they're holding tight. But it's crazy because I cannot wait for our next episode because there's a lot of things going on that's going to affect today's market and tomorrow's market. And what's pretty much going to be is the whole, there's a, Israel and Iran are going at it right now, and U.S. decided to put it into it. And actually the stock prices went up because of it. And when we get into the market and how it affects the stock market and how it affects the real estate market, usually it doesn't have much of effect. But with the stock market, they're actually talking to the Federal Reserve now. So the Federal Reserve controls the interest rates. They're pushing really hard because they've showed stability over the last 6 months of unemployment's at a low at a 4.2, and then you're sitting with inflation is low too. So with the inflation being low, your unemployment being low, they're saying, hey, there's your steady market, and the markets are up. So your Dows and S&P, they're up right now. So I would say in the next 5 to 10 days, interest rates are going to drop.
Nice.
And when that drops, it's going to get crazy, and it just depends on how quick it drops and how many times it drops. So, we're all for the world peace and everything that's going on, but right now we're flexing right now. The United States are flexing right now.
Yeah.
And with them flexing, it's showing stability in the market, and so that's going to affect the rates. It's going to lower everything down. So we're pretty stoked about what's coming up. Buyers beware, because there's going to be a lot of buyers as soon as rates even go down a 0.25%. I mean, it's going to be bidding wars on properties.
So something that we do on this podcast, and me and Lim run another podcast, a TNT podcast, and we swore a blood oath to not get into politics and stuff. Mm-hmm. However, on Whiskey and Real Estate, we talk about the ripples in the lake. So before we bring our guest on, I want to bring up a couple things that's going on in the world and how that affects real estate. Just respectfully do that before we bring anybody else on, and then we'll cut off any political talk, especially on Facebook Live. But we talk about LA a lot, and before it was the fires and just
the riots.
We haven't talked about these riots and how that's affecting the market on an already completely damaged market from natural disasters.
Well, it gets crazy because it's funny, we're at a commercial spot right now, with Moco. Mm-hmm. And the biggest market that's getting affected in those riots is the commercial markets. I mean, you got big corporations that have moved out of California because of the stuff that's happened in the laws that they've passed.
Oh man, imagine owning a Walmart, or even a
Walgreens moved out, CDC moved out.
What option? I am not dealing with this.
Yeah, so your commercial real estate, there's some of the big box stores, because they have a law in California and New York and some other places where you can steal up to $999 and not get arrested on this stuff.
What?
So they're telling their staff to just let them run out. Grab a bags, don't interfere, just let them run out. I think, I was trying to forget. Man, I got to remember who I was talking to, who was actually there and had it happen right in front of him, and the staff told him.
I was telling that story, I think, last episode.
Yeah.
One of my guys went to Portland, and he tried to stop somebody that snatched a bottle, and the staff was like, no, don't touch him, because then they'll sue.
Yeah.
Let them leave with the stolen merchandise.
So
insane.
And when commercial real estate goes out, that means residential taxes go up, because they gotta absorb what the commercial taxes.
And the last thing you need is taxes to go up in a city that's burning down. Literally burning down. By the way, your house that may burn down that you cannot get insured. I promise you're not getting insurance in LA now.
No, not
Let alone, oh man. So, I mean, how will they bounce back? Is it possible?
There's going to have to be a correction in the market, and there's always a correction. During the recessions in 2011, 2012, there was a huge correction among the banks because they got into lending with 0% down. They lowered interest rates. They stimulated the market. And we've talked about that on other episodes, how the market gets stimulated by interest rates.
Yeah.
And how the government, if they want to show that the income's up in the United States, what they do is lower rates and get everyone behind again, or they give out grants, or
well, you even talked about Iowa with the not rates being lowered, but the actual value of the houses.
Correct.
Are we going to see a crazy value drop in these houses in LA? Because those are bigger mansions and expensive houses. How does that work?
The bigger markets they're going to get touched. Minneapolis, LA, Phoenix, Vegas, Florida. There'll be a couple big areas in Florida that'll get affected. We probably won't see too much here.
Okay.
We'll hear about it, and it'll put some fear, but we probably won't see too much of it here.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's just an unpredictable market right now of what's going on, because us that are on the ground, we see what's going down. And we understand that there's still a shortage inventory. Why can't you lower rates? Why can't you stimulate our buyers? Because I've never had so many buyers on the back burner right now that are just waiting for a 0.25% drop.
Okay.
And until that happens, you're not going to see a huge jump in your markets right now. So.
Last question on LA. One of the predictions we've had earlier on the podcast from you was that depending on who won the election, the economy would be better, especially for real estate. With everything going on in LA and the decisions being made from the presidential side,
Yep.
do you think we're still going in the right direction with the economy?
We're going. Well, the economy's going in the right direction. Now everyone needs to get on board with where it's going.
Okay.
So the economy. I mean, if you look at just hard facts and hard numbers, where we're at, with S&P and Dow's and everything being up, and it's strong, but there's still that want to resist. They want to resist. No, your president can't have success, and so they're fighting. I mean, the Federal Reserve and Trump have never got along.
Yeah.
So they're butting heads right now, but something's got to give, because it's got to be United States driven.
Okay.
But you get into California, I mean, they're anti-government of them. They want to self-govern. Do these are our rules. These are our laws. This is how we're doing it, and none of this shit makes sense. That's getting past. Chicago went through the same situation with Illinois, and New York's going through it, and New York's been fighting it for it. So I mean, Iowa, we've been fortunate, man, because we're so fortunate here in Iowa. I mean, if there's investors out there, if there's a place to buy, Cedar Rapids, Iowa is definitely a spot to be buying right now, because we're not affected by a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. So I want to start a new segment this season. I think we're in like season 7 now. So we got today's market. We talk about the whiskey we're drinking. At this point, I want to do a Tones week, because my weeks are getting crazier by the week. So I want to go back, and I'll still be able to bounce back with you, because fortunately enough, I had the pleasure of having you and Monica both attend Iowa Summer Jam. So
of course, we got you back.
that was like a 14-hour day, maybe 16-hour day for me. The couple hours you guys were there, how was it for you?
It was the best lineup you guys have had. I mean, and hands down. I mean, we get into last year. Last year we had a lot of fun with it, but you could go the 50-50. Man, that's decent talent. This was stellar talent, but this time we're like, man, we sat. I mean, we got there 6:30ish, and we were there until damn near it shut itself down. So we saw a lot of people perform, and we're like, man, the roster you guys had this year was just absolutely stellar.
Can you shout out a couple people that you really enjoyed?
Baby Mexico, I like.
Shout out Baby Mexico.
I like Baby Mexico. You got Mike Hicks that was on there.
Shout out Ike Midas.
Yeah.
Eminem.
He did a decent
call him
job.
Eminem. I don't think his name is
Yeah.
Eminem.
Then Cold State.
Cold State Eminem.
Hands down,
Shout out Cold State.
Cold State's probably one of my favorites that was there.
So good.
I love it.
And the way he flows is just absolutely solid. And Tone had so many guest appearances.
Oh, you saw those?
Yeah, and Tone killed it. I mean,
Oh, you had the little Taylor Swift girl.
the little Taylor Swift.
Oh,
was
I think they're
fantastic,
talking about Hannah, probably Hannah Lee.
Yeah.
Little Tay Tay. Little
Dressed in all white,
Swifter.
Yeah, she killed it too. I mean, so there was just a ton. That gal, I'm trying to remember what her name. She sang, she rapped, and she killed it.
Probably T. Ova had dancers and she was singing. I feel like she would have been in the gap.
Yes, you're
Couple
correct.
dancers.
Yep.
Okay.
Essence.
Did you see Essence?
Essence did a nice job.
I think that's so dope. Once again, and I bring it up as often as I can. Like the fact that you introduced me to Essence, like I had no idea who she was, and then I introduced my daughter, and then she became my daughter's teacher. And this was the first time we've ever got to perform together. So thank you for that. But that's what we do. Like this is full circle. It's what we do, and I feel like life is about connecting with people and having experiences and just growing as a human and learning from each other. And I learned so much from this guy, and we get to network so much, and it's just elevated everybody but something that will for sure, like obviously I'm grateful and it's affected me so positive, but the fact that it's grown my daughter into someone who's not only confident, someone who can dance and perform in front of people because of what she got from Essence, and she was on stage with us.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen if you don't introduce me to Essence. I can't dance to save my life. So my daughter dance was not in her cards.
Yeah.
And thanks to the Essence connection, not only can she dance and is amazing, but that confidence, and that's thanks to us passing on to the right coaches. So
well, and it is so crazy about how we talk about networking and relationships, because Essence, my daughter grew up loving Essence on So You Think You Can Dance, and she was a runner-up on So You Think You Can Dance, and then we find out she's from Davenport, and then we run into coaching with the Diplomats, and then I coached some summer league, and then Essence brother is my leading point guard.
What? I didn't know that.
Yes. So
how
he's
small
a stud
is his
too.
world? What?
Yeah, he's a stud too, and he's a freshman going to be a sophomore, and he's playing on that Kansas City team that Hal's playing on.
Kansas City.
Yeah,
that's
name?
my city.
What's that?
What's her brother's name?
Oh man, I called him X. Man, he started point guard.
Is he from around here or Davenport?
Davenport.
Okay.
So he actually played with Quan and Marcus.
Okay, that's what I thought. I know who you're talking about.
They both went to North Scott last
No,
year.
I know exactly who you're talking about. That's
Just
crazy.
a stud point guard.
Is our audio good, Monique?
And then, so from there, Vern.
Shout out to Vern.
Yeah, so Vern's
That's
her
my
dad.
baby.
Vern's her dad, and
Yeah.
he is probably like the biggest cheerleader in the world for his kids.
Oh man, he's so great with his
Yeah.
kids. I love it.
But
Miami.
But there's another Vern too that I didn't know they were all related. So there's another Vern that is his son, his oldest boy, that did all of our filming for the Diplomats. And
What? Oh, so the whole family
Yeah.
just talented. Basketball, videography,
Yes.
and dance.
Are
Yeah,
you the
so
one
I
that
had-
did the highlight video?
Yes, Vern.
I'll show it when I'm up.
Oh,
it's a
that's
very
sick.
quick clip.
Yeah,
I'll have it loaded.
I'm thinking they're brothers or they're related. I'm almost positive they are.
That's a crazy small
Yes. Yes.
I love that. Like that, and that's just like that's one thing. All right, so back to Toads Week. I just appreciate Iowa so much, man. Iowa Nice is so real, and the fact that we all connect and help each other build, grow, work, and we look out for not only each other, we look out for each other's families, and it's all about like forward progress. And I got to work this week. I went to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for the first time, and I worked for Amazon. They hired me as a brand ambassador. They recognize the work that I do at T1 Entertainment, the work I've done with GoDaddy, and having the honor, not only I'm just appreciative that I was recognized for my work, but to get offered to get flown to Philly and work and represent a company as big as Amazon, that was amazing there. However, Philly made me, and everything almost makes me appreciate Iowa so much more. The people are nowhere near as nice.
Right.
The city is not clean, not at all. Like I can't sugarcoat this. It's just not clean. Our Airbnb was awful, haunted, and like even empty. It felt dirty. It just felt unclean. And I'm thinking like Iowa would never. So Philly gets like 1 out of 5 stars. I think even our Philly cheesesteaks are better here. I don't know if I'm just like an Iowa stan.
No.
Have you been to Philly?
Jesus.
No.
Okay. The one thing I wanted to do, I was too tired to do because I did work 12-hour shifts, 3 days on my feet, which was really, I DJ for like 4 to 6 hours a day, and that's on my feet. But this was tough. But anyway, I did not go to the Rocky steps.
That would be the only reason I go to Philly.
And that's the reason I'll go back. So
Yeah.
I wanted a reason to go back because it gave me nothing. So next time I go there, I will go to the Rocky Steps. But Philly, I don't recommend. And tomorrow I fly out to Pittsburgh. So
I'm a Steelers fan, so
okay.
Pittsburgh's beautiful.
You've been there?
I've been for 1 day stay, and that was it.
Oh man,
So-
1 day stay.
I cannot wait to go back and actually see a Steelers game. And it's got the rivers running through it, so it's got 3 rivers running through it. So
Okay.
I don't know how it can't be beautiful.
It's
So,
gotta be, right? I think Wiz Khalifa's from there, ain't he?
what's that?
Wiz Khalifa, is he from
Yes,
Pittsburgh?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Cool. So, that's something Their colors are black and yellow, right? All right, I'll be wearing black and yellow while I'm there. So I'm gonna go to Pittsburgh, and I'm gonna go to Boston. There's another city I can't even keep track of. And then, like I said, I was in Portland earlier this month. Ohio wasn't that bad. I enjoyed Ohio. My brother came from Louisville. He said we need to get on this whiskey tour, which we said August.
Yep.
We're sticking with August. It's happening. I think I got to go to New Jersey, actually. That's the biggest thing of Tones Week. I was promoting, we talked about it, I think, last week, but I was promoting Summer Jam, and then Summer Slam for WWE is promoting my song. So it's just amazing how I loved wrestling so much that finally I'm getting some love back from wrestling. So I'll be all over the place. And then I did so good in Philly that they invited me out to LA in a couple weeks. So I'll be working in LA at AnimeCon, which you already won me with AnimeCon. You didn't really win me with LA right now. I'm kind of scared of that. But then I find out at AnimeCon I will be working for Sega. Very first system I had.
Sega Genesis.
Yeah,
baby.
Sega Genesis, Sonic, very first video game I ever played. And I'll be introducing a new game and teaching the people at AnimeCon how to play the game. And I get paid well to do it and flown out and good stay. And it's crazy. These are like the side quests that I try to do after Summer Jam because usually I can be burned out. We managed to get almost 40 artists on the stage in an 8-hour time. John didn't believe I could do it. And I'm too nice, and I still got to be as nice as I am, not cut anybody, and make it happen. And I think this is a good segue to bring John on. Are we ready for John?
Yep, we're ready for John.
All right, let's bring John in. J-Lim,
Hey-o.
Soundbox Recording Studio. This is long overdue. It's pretty crazy that we are leaving the Soundbox to finally get John
Get me
on.
on here.
Lucas, you don't like your headphones most of the time. Will you
Yeah,
share those with John, please?
No problem.
And you need to get closer to that mic, sir.
Okay.
You can't even hear him. I can hear him fine.
He gets on immediately, critiques it.
He comes in and just starts producing right away. This is what he does.
This is
Welcome to Moco. I'm sure it's not your first time. You've done
Definitely not.
hot dogs and karaoke at Moco.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's a loud damn
I wouldn't have
time.
been here if you didn't forget some shit.
I always forget stuff.
We need an SD card.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes is optimists are always late. And I'm very much an optimist, and I really thought I could do 4 gigs all on time today. And I got really close. I think that last podcast helped me up.
Yeah, you definitely were close.
I was close to making it work. Had the last podcast not been there, I think I could have got in, out, and made it here by 8. I don't know.
Yeah.
John never believes in me, so.
We're used to it.
So John, we get to see John every week when we shoot our episode, and John gets to shoot our whiskey every week.
Don't
to
even
kind of
another
sit in.
one.
So tell us, John, what was your favorite whiskey that you've tasted that we've had on the show so far?
I can't even remember all the names of them. I've tried so many.
Yeah,
Yeah, we always get John, like,
yeah,
at least a
I mean, you
cup.
can't go wrong with Cedar Ridge.
yeah. Cedar Ridge is fantastic. That's what I'm drinking.
Sure.
Cheers.
3.
No, hit the Sprite, yeah.
So
Oh,
John,
a little bit of
John
karaoke.
and Tone kind of work together.
Not kind of. We worked together and walked.
Yeah. They're
How many
they're in
hours?
each other's
Where
pockets.
was like at least two, possibly 300 hours in of like actual work, and not podcasts, but like recording music. We're probably 200-300
Between
hours.
you and I?
Yeah,
Oh, more than that.
more than 200 or 300 hours.
We gotta be.
That's insane. That's a
We
lot of
what?
time to spend with a person.
Been what, 3
And they're
years?
still talking.
Yeah, we're good.
They're still
Oh,
This is
sometimes.
lasting longer than any
They
of
get
our
along 3
relationships.
days a week.
Whatever. Even when we're bad, we talk. Might not be nice.
But you get into this relationship building thing of it, and you guys have seen each other grow.
Oh yeah.
So
And he's helped me grow like so much. Like although I didn't go full mean tone and he was annoying me at Summer Jam, I did get a lot more stern, and it is because John was on my ass. I hate that I'm admitting this, especially at the end.
Damn right.
But I did tell people that I would have said, all right, you can do one more, or you could lead up, and I did tell them, no, it's a hard stop. It's a hard stop. Even
I
after they gave
witnessed
me that look.
I witnessed that happen one time, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm proud of you.
That's my boy.
So John, you've seen Tone grow, you've seen yourself grow, and you've seen a lot of other people grow because you guys help produce a lot of stuff when it comes to the music side.
Yeah.
what would you say is probably one of the biggest keys for some artist that's just getting started? Because I mean, Tony and I always talk about the networking side of stuff. You know, the network, being exposed. You know, keeping yourself out there, building those relationships, cherishing those relationships, and doing it for the right reasons. What would you say the number one thing where you see people fail, and the number one thing that you see that drives people that you're like, okay, he's got that in him?
Oh gosh, definitely. Aside from what would you say? Networking. Aside from networking, I would say consistency. That's where people are lacking. People don't want to work with other people because they're too big-headed. Clicky. Yeah, clicky for sure. Things that people do well when they get a hang of it is networking and not being too clicky and working with each other and all that. Yeah.
Putting your pride to the side, showing up on stage of Iowa Summer Jams, and not thinking that I'm too big for something like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Who I actually did feel was too big for it and did amazing and gave me the most compliments like I've ever gotten was Grave Cole.
Oh yeah.
Like for a non-paid gig, and honestly, the artists pay in to be on Summer Jam. So for them to not get paid to be there and give us a solid ass 30 minutes and all the energy, all the vibes, even when the sound guy didn't have Tracy's mic on right away, no frustration, just full professionalism, and just gave it her all, and then came up to me after, oh my God, this is one of our best crowds. I love this. It's so professional. And then Cody Cripp, super awesome. Like the whole group, just amazing and just so humble. And they've been doing it for 18 years.
That was so dope.
Man.
Yep. I missed them at the
Music Awards. Me too.
Yeah, I was too busy working.
Yeah, we were working.
It was my dad's favorite still at the
Music Awards.
Yeah,
they were
rock.
just so amazing. Yeah, next time I get them on the stage, I'm doing the face paint with them. I told them I'm a Crip. Wait, Crip to make sure that's.
Well, and John, you mentioned a key thing, and this is something that I preach to the new agents that we have coming on board, and to our investors is the networking, the relationship building, but most importantly is the consistency.
Yes.
The consistency of going to work every day, showing up as it's a profession, because I mean, what you guys do and what I do in the real estate world is very similar to the self-discipline that you have to have. I mean, you have to treat it like a 9 to 5, even though it's probably 80 hours a week, and you gotta sign in, sign out. I mean, when Cody gets on here, him and I have talked about this endlessly of how you gotta put consistency and structure to your schedule and keep yourself consistent on that structure. I cannot do that yet. Because I'm like Tone, we're always optimistic that we can get a lot done today. But there ain't anyone that's going to outwork us.
No, fuck that. I didn't even mean to say that word on that. But like, no, there's no like, and I think I said it last week. Like, I will argue that I'm the best rapper in Iowa, but I will not even argue with you that I'm the hardest working rapper. Like, that's not even, we can't debate that. Nobody's working harder than me in music. And I'm still doing side quests. Like,
just rap.
Ben,
You're saying?
Rap alone, I'm the best rapper.
What about Eminem?
I will at least argue with you and entertain your opinion, but working, and yes, not out producing or putting more hours in the studio. I'm up there with you in the hours in the studio. Yeah, but I put in work. Mad work. You're not outworking me as a rapper in Iowa. That's not.
Well, that's the one thing that, and Cody will be coming on later. Manika's going to be coming on. Obviously, John's on. That's one thing I give hats off to you guys, because I see John every time I'm in there.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking for his cot every time I'm here. I'm like, are you sleeping here? Where's that cot? You got to have a bedroom.
That's
somewhere.
the couch you sit on at the podcast.
Yeah,
It's wherever I fall asleep.
I know what happens, because I mean, I do the same in my office. I'll tilt my head back in my office and I'm just like, okay. And then I'll have, Manika's supposed to be running a filter where no one's supposed to be walking straight out back, and then they'll come back and they're like, I'm like, okay, hey,
I was wide awake. Oh man, I'm off. I calculated it. I'm off 13 hours since Friday morning. Like, that's it. That's all I've gotten to sleep. It's just been back to back gig, flight, gig. Like I said, Philly, I was on my feet for 12 hours, 3 days, and I don't sleep early no matter what, no matter how tired I am. So I'm going to sleep at 2 and had to be up at 4 to shower and get ready to the gig, and then back to a flight. And even tonight, the goal is bed by 11. I'm sure it won't happen, but my flight tomorrow leaves at 5:30, so I need to be at the airport at least by 4. And
Good luck.
yeah, I've never been
Yeah.
early.
You got this.
Good luck.
I'll make it happen when it's supposed to happen. But I'm also, like, I'm not one of those optimists that I'm always going to be on time is even a thought. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm wherever God wants me. I'm like really serious and religious when it comes to that. I'm always wherever God wanted me to be. So when I miss something, God didn't want me to be there. I missed a plane, that plane's probably going to crash. Or, you know, I didn't make it across that street. There was a car accident there. I can say that. I don't know. He's got me. I'm one of his favorites for sure.
Hey, I'm glad I'm not ever on a flight with you that day. I travel with Tony because hey, if he doesn't show up, I know I'm screwed.
I gotta put a reminder in my phone about that.
Drive separate.
If Toad's not here, don't get on the plane.
Yeah, but going into that, John, so you see us come in and out of the studio, you see us recording, you see our guests. What questions you got for us, man? Because I know you want to wonder what happens behind those doors.
I kind of got a taste of it today already with you opened up with the markets and all that. And,
Yeah.
Hearing that part, and I want to listen to the podcast now. I'm sorry, I don't listen to anything.
You edit so much.
If I'm not at the studio, I ain't listening to anything.
Yeah.
It's that contractor that, he'll go build someone's house or he'll go make someone's deck, but half his house is tore apart.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to do it when he gets home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Real estate agents, the same thing. All day.
What's your favorite whiskey you've had so far? On a podcast, I should say.
I couldn't name them all. I couldn't
Jesus.
remember all the names of them, but I would say Cedar Ridge, of course.
I knew that. And I was hoping that was the answer. High Cedar Ridge.
So John, what do you think of homeowners out there? I mean, are you going to be in the market? Are we going to be looking for a house someday?
I sure hope so.
Yes. Oh, John's a Nebraska Husker. Talk to us about he said, I'm sorry. Ooh. Talk to us about living in Nebraska versus living in Iowa.
It's the same shit.
Hey.
You ain't wrong.
So you love them both?
Yeah.
You don't love one more than the other?
Where at Nebraska you from?
Just outside Omaha, Fremont.
Gotcha. Yeah, Fremont. I know Fremont.
Okay. I mean, I miss home. I
You
love
miss home or family?
Mostly family, yeah.
Okay.
Family, friends, shit like that. But
If you could move your family to Iowa, would you, or you prefer to go back to Nebraska as always?
yeah, I'd love to be closer to my family, but it don't matter. I'd go there when I can.
Okay.
I got a buddy from Fremont. Andy Chevalier.
Probably one of the better. Wait, what?
You do not know that name.
Yeah. Say it again.
Did that ring a bell?
Andy Chevalier, yeah. Call him Chevy.
How old is he?
Your age.
I know.
You
Yeah,
do not
you
know.
guys look a lot
We
like
went to the
too.
same high school as me. He was
Yep.
great ahead of me.
Yeah.
And you look alike?
Maybe now because I'm a little thicker, but
So,
Andy was a
That's
recruiter.
crazy.
Yeah, he was a recruiter out of Omaha, and he lived in Fremont, and so he recruited me to go. I think he placed me in like 3 different banks, so I was getting recruited from bank to bank to bank when I was in banking.
oh shit.
how small is this
Yeah,
world?
he
Oh,
been
no,
here
that's
with
crazy.
my family, and so on and so forth. So I mean, yeah, Andy.
I got chills. How far away
He's
is Chevy? Shout out to Chevy.
Yeah, shout out to Andy. Shout out to Chevy.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So one thing we got to do with our look at that guy. We got to do. You guys have already drank yours. We can't even cheers. We can't even cheers for John, man.
Cheers to John.
Yeah. Cheers to whiskey.
Can I get one more?
Yeah, you're getting straight.
Whiskey and real estate.
Oh, there he goes.
There we go.
There's
Got
it.
Oh, I got this.
Are you done?
No,
I need
we're good.
another.
He's got him counting up. He's counting
Shout out to
stars on
Moco.
glasses right now.
So,
They want.
Throw it on my table.
John, I got a question for you again. I'm
Oh, actually,
All right,
stop.
I'll try and give
Let's
you
do
a
it
better
straight.
answer this time.
Just the crown
What
piece.
What would you say
No,
would
it's-
be one of the flaws that holds back someone like Tone or an upcoming artist, or someone that's already experienced that they've plateaued and they can't get to that next step? What do you think is holding a lot of them back? Because usually it's a common theme.
I want my answer first. Give me Tone, and then give me the other people.
Tone got a little attitude when you said his name.
No, I want this answer. What
Good
do you hold
attitude.
me
Good
back?
attitude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Start with that, and then talk about everyone else.
Punctuality.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't care. I should not say this. I'm never late to a DJ gig,
Yep.
but
No, him letting go of some things and having some other people do the job for him.
delegate.
That's
Yeah.
a huge problem.
Give me the
That's
fucking
life.
reins.
I dropped the first.
Yeah.
It's okay. But you also said this year you would not ever do a summer jam.
I don't want that one.
Well, and just so you guys know a little background that I'm not even going to say a lot about, but I'll touch on it. So when I met John probably 2 years ago. Probably 2 years ago. Sure. Anyways, and then I saw him at Iowa Music Awards, and John has everything ironed out to the minute.
He
I'm a
is
man.
So he
technical.
is,
one of the most amazing stage managers. Everything is timed to a T.
I've never seen anything like it, and I'm like, man, you're gonna be disappointed because Tone's involved in this. that
Time doesn't exist.
I'm like, you gotta set yourself
Was
up
that the
for
one at the
disappointment.
hotel that we all went to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
time
so-
is
That was a great show.
So John put all the time slots and everything together, and he had it to a 2-minute.
By the intermission, we were 45 minutes ahead.
So John set him up and Tone broke him down.
Yep. Iowa Summer Jam, at one point we were 2 hours behind.
No, that was a great
And
show.
we had to stop at midnight. But I still made it work. See, I'm one of those, I have not only my optimism, but I also have like my faith in God. And like literally, it's gonna work or it wasn't supposed to.
No, that was a phenomenal show. You guys did a great
The music
job.
awards, you can credit this fan to 90% of that. The
You guys
timeline,
killed it.
the
Great artist, great
organization,
presentation.
keeping it moving, the
My
pacing.
boy got a nice award for everything he does in the community. That was
Yes.
a great. I'm so glad Elise and I went to that.
Yeah, I'm glad we had you there so you could see it.
Well, my dad
That's
got to
what's
present at that, so
Yeah,
we
on camera, we're
presented,
good.
and his favorite artist was Grave Court, and the whole time during the Iowa Music Awards, him and Grave Court, the lead guitarist that has the hair that was pulled back and shaved on the side.
yeah.
Him and my dad talked the whole
that's
music
right.
And so I go to the bar at the Iowa Summer Jams, and he goes, "You got an award at the Iowa Music Awards." And I go,
He
"Yeah."
remembers your
And he
dad.
goes, "Is your dad here?"
He was about to hide.
It's that he's not here. Yeah, I'm like, so man, the relationships that was built,
I love that.
and you're talking about two people from different spectrum, two different eras. I mean, my dad's 65, 66 years old.
Yeah.
And Grave Court, I couldn't even tell you how old they are behind the paint. So,
Yeah.
I mean, but man, I was talking to him, and he's like, yeah, your dad and I talked about this, and this.
Oh, he still remembered?
Yeah.
so
Oh,
dope.
yeah, he knew my dad. I mean, he told me that he talked to my
That's
dad.
so dope.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's what real estate, music, everything that you have as a self-employed, independent contractor thrives on is that relationship you can build and that consistency.
We call that the whiskey. That is the whiskey that we add to the real estate.
Yep, and it's funny you say that when we were on that cruise, me and Monica were on that cruise, the whiskey is what brought everyone together on that boat. They had the whiskey and cigars under the light. So it was
Under the stars,
the cigar under the stars is what they called it. But you walked up and then all the whiskeys were lined up.
Oh, wow.
And so
go.
we gained like 5 followers in the middle of Cuba.
Ocean.
Yeah, right outside of Cuba. Yeah, and we gained followers right then and there, and because we talked about whiskey and real estate. So
I see a guy literally itching to get on. I saw you scratch
Oh,
your
that's my beard.
So
I need
real
to say
quick,
it so bad.
Whiskey and Real Estate, 7 seasons. They're usually about 6-7 episodes, and it wouldn't be possible without the Soundbox Recording Studio. Just want to thank not only John for giving us the dope space, the leeway that we have, also enjoying the whiskey that we bring.
Every time.
But I'm so grateful for not only our friendship, our business relationship, and just knowing you as a person. So cheers
we
to
love
John.
you, John.
We love John.
For sure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good to meet you, John.
Oh,
You
that
have a real drink. Maybe you shouldn't have it if you forgot.
that's
He wants
Thanks for
another
having me.
hot dog.
Let's do this again, but in my comfort setting.
I got you.
Got you.
We tried. We did 7 seasons, and this is the first time we get
What bar is that? That's clearly not here.
Are we ready for our next guest?
Oh my God.
Are they ready for our next guest?
Thank you,
We
guys.
weren't ready the first time. We did not release the episode.
Oh,
I think
not
there's
very
audio.
There
There might be some kind of trace to it, but we got pretty crazy.
Oh, are you guys talking about me?
We are talking
Yeah,
about
they're all
you.
talking about
Ladies and
The
gentlemen,
guy that got banned from the
introducing
podcast.
No,
Cody.
absolutely
Cody Evans.
not. Cody Evans.
Did you get banned?
Oh, my first episode has never been shared at all.
Oh,
Yeah, you were a liar, so
you
the
were.
we never had to share one.
Apparently, I had too much of a non-filter.
Well, no, that was the old
Too many old fashioned.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
those
that-
are
He
fashioned.
goes, get him an old fashioned. I said, no, he is not to get him an old fashioned.
We also talked about some real stuff that episode, though.
Yeah,
If
well,
we're being
too
fair,
real.
like we got into it about some real. That's when I learned more about you than I learned in our entire relationship. Was that
Yep.
first podcast because I learned more of your mentality on how you view your
People.
friends, your
Yep.
family, your network.
And this episode is sponsored by Moco, so we won't get into any of that. What we will get into that I learned about you, and it was after the podcast, and it just made me appreciate you so much, is how hardworking you are. We were enjoying, well, I enjoyed it. Some people were enjoying a certain football game.
We ain't gonna talk about the details.
We don't need the details of the game, but the details of us having a good time, a get together, being around close friends, being with family. I'm building
You
up
can,
this
you
up
can
here.
ignore her. I feel her pain though. I'm with her on that.
And you're always on the clock. You're always working. You're always ready. You're always problem solving, and you're always handling a situation to the best of your ability. Where did you learn that?
My dad. My dad was probably. I mean, there's going to be men, probably you two here, that would argue with me. But my dad is literally the hardest working man I've ever met in my life. I grew up in a single wide trailer, sharing it with my aunt and my grandma. My parents were 20 when they had me. And my dad has been working the same job at Procter & Gamble while at the same time buying investment properties and doing other things and managing them himself. No management company. He does it all himself. Obviously brought me on when I became of age and learned how to do it. But my dad, there is no, as the kids say, no chill. The dude works from 5:30 a.m., 6 a.m. until 11:30 to midnight at night, whether it be on the job or at the house to make sure the family can do mow the yard, maintenance work around the house, his properties that he has to go because the tenant calls in at 9 p.m. Oven doesn't work. So I learned it from him.
Shout out to Craig Evans.
Craig. Hey, you know his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, that is where it comes from. And my mom's definitely no slouch on that. My mom raised us single-handedly while my dad was out providing, but then you go from there to the military. And last episode, which I know nobody watching now got to hear because I was an idiot, but
Or not.
We
I'll just blame myself.
all had a lot of drinks. We found out how good that old-fashioned bullet is.
yes, that is Lucas's kryptonite. And by Lucas's kryptonite, I mean Lucas provides it because that's his go-to.
It's all of our
It's
kryptonite.
our kryptonite.
It's our,
He's
yeah.
probably the only one that can handle it. But in the military, when I became a drill sergeant, that is that was the silver lining, the top notch. I mean, you're doing 18 to 20 hour days for at least 6 weeks straight. No exaggeration, no fluff, no. I mean, ask any drill sergeant that's ever actually worn the hat. You don't get to sleep. You put the kids to bed, you wake the kids up, which means you have an extra 4 hours that you're up preparing and planning. So that's just been my life, and I'm ready to slow down. So teach me now. I'm
And is
ready.
that the transition to how did you get into real estate? Ready to slow down.
Yes.
Well, and it's crazy because we just talked about this. Cody and I had a meeting the other day, and I'm like, Cody, you know, life is life, but I've seen your life, and life is crazy always. So yeah, I can understand. And if there's one thing I've learned through the journey of real estate's a grind if you want to do it right. I mean, if you show up, you go to work every day like we talked about, and you grind it out. The old saying is if you want what everyone else can't have, you got to do what everyone else won't do. Yeah. So if you want what someone else can't have, then you better be doing what they won't do.
Yep.
So like one of my good friends who spreads manure throughout 60% of the Midwest, he puts it on fields. It's dry chicken litter.
Nobody want to do that.
Why do you
Nobody
tractor?
Through Terrigator.
Oh.
So through Terrigator, I'm talking like $500,000 Terrigators each one is.
Yeah.
And he it's rewarded himself, and he got himself a place at the Ozarks, and he got himself a boat, and he said shit paid for this.
What do you do for a living? I spread
Literally.
shit. I spread shit.
But he got to where he wanted. He was in that 1 percentile. He did what 99% of everyone else would say, I'm not doing.
To do. Yeah.
So I mean, that's real estate's the same thing. Is you got to grind it out and do what the other people won't do. I mean, and the funny thing is all three of us were grinders.
Oh yeah.
And John, when he was on here, he's a grinder. Manika, she's a grinder. The thing is we still do the things that people won't do is what made us who we are.
Yep.
The door knocking, the emails,
all of that.
I don't go home on Friday nights until I've returned all my calls for the week. Now, I might not return that call on Tuesday and Wednesday, but I guarantee you by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock Friday night, I will have that
Yeah,
call.
my work's
returned.
not done.
Can I take 2 seconds on that note?
Yeah.
You said door knocking, right?
Yeah.
You asked me a question, where did I get my hustle? Where did I get my grind?
Yeah.
When I was going into the summer of 9th grade, my 8th grade summer, I had to raise $3,300 from scratch so I could go to Australia.
Oh.
But you know what my parents did?
What?
We went door to door.
Yep.
And Iowa City was much smaller back then. I mean, this is obviously years ago. I'm 38 now, just full disclosure. But we went door to door. And we learned how to talk to people. We learned how to look somebody in the eye and tell them what our goals and ambitions were and sell them on the reason why they should make a donation that they have nothing to do with. Just give $5, give $10 for a kid that wants to go travel. But now we're doing fundraisers for our basketball program.
Yep.
Nobody would even consider that. If we were to throw it out to our parents. But I'm serious,
Parents
right?
or kids? Because that's the thing.
Because
when I was in 8th grade, I sold candy, and I was
Door to
leaving
door.
$100, $200 a day.
Tell me world's
in
famous
8th
chocolates.
grade. Oh my God! What do I used to sell? The turtle doves the most. There was peanut brittle, dude. I used to sell
Everything.
that stuff
Everything.
door to door. We took the van and knocked on the doors. You dropped the kids off, and the donations and the candy sales at like what is that? At 12, 13.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
with $100,
Absolutely.
$200 a day, and loved it. Loved the
Absolutely.
hustle. I established my rapport with people, and all my people skills started big.
Absolutely.
But the crazy thing is and I've taught so many realtors over the years, and I tell them, here's your golden path. This is all you got to do. And they look at me like crazy. And I remember when I was working for Coldwell, in Coldwell, the owner's like, so what do you do? And would you talk to our guys on how you develop business and stuff like that? I'm like, well, on Thursdays I drop off breakfast to two businesses. I take two businesses, go knock on the door, do that. I cannot wait to get back into that. I haven't done that for the last year because of how busy we've been and trying to teach the new agents. So like tomorrow's a holiday, but I'm like, hey, come on in. I'm still going to keep the consistency. We're still going to have the meeting. My exact text was, I want to keep the consistency of our Thursday meetings to show you this is what it's going to take. If you can't make it, I understand because it's a holiday.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to be here.
Yeah.
I'm still going to make sure that you provide a little lesson, and you're going to get taught what's going on in today's market with it. So,
Appreciate you for recognizing tomorrow as a holiday. Tomorrow is Juneteenth. I actually just got a gig. I left a gig at Wix. I got to DJ their Juneteenth celebration, and so this is why John laughed like you weren't going to be on time. I wasn't going to be on time, but I got off the plane, picked up my daughter and my equipment, went to a photo shoot. From the photo shoot that was running a little late, I ran to the Wix gig, set up, was on time, DJ'd on time. They asked me for 5 more songs. Got done with that. Had to drop the equipment off, then get to the studio. Got to the studio, I feel like on time to get back here, but there was another podcast running, so I didn't make it to the studio. What up, what up? That's awesome. Thank you.
For those that didn't just pick up on, we had some random people walk by in the bar in Moco here know exactly who Tone is and what he does. So shout out to Tone the boss.
I
right
work
here.
pretty hard. I work pretty hard for that.
And make sure you two tune into Whiskey and Real Estate.
Whiskey and Real Estate, that's the podcast. Shout out to you guys.
Yes.
Tevin's my boy too.
Tevin, yes sir. Tevin Jones, shout out to Tevin.
So when you get into it and you talk about it, you know you guys met my dad, and you know where I came from and where Cody came from, and so on and so forth. So one of the oldest methods of marketing in real estate is called farming. So and it goes to everything. So farming is you pick a 3-block, 4-block, 5-block radius, whatever it is, depending on how many houses are there. And for 60, 90, 120 days, you just drill, knock on doors, pass out flyers, put door hangers on, something once, twice a week that is on their doors, and that's called farming. And so you're farming that area, and it's the oldest trick of real estate that still produces the most value out of anything. I used to live and die by it. Like I remember when I had to give my spear list up to one of our marketing assistants at Coldwell, and they're like, "Why do you have every house on this block?" I go, "I'm farming. Today I am farming." So when you send out my mailers on a quarterly basis, I want everybody in this block to receive this mailer. And so for you real estate people, this also goes into what we do with basketball. This also goes into what you do, is you're picking a market, and you're just farming the hell out of that market until you get some results. You get a result, you move to the next block. And you just keep doing it. So you want to talk about grinding. Farming is the way to do it when you get into real estate.
It's crazy how similar themes are. Like all my industries before I joined you, and I'm learning this industry still from you guys and teach me. But farming is a very common method in every vertical you can think of. Marketing in general, which is where I come from. We did farming on several different levels, and it's exactly what you're talking about. You just literally beat something until it's a fully closed book, and you move on to the next, and you give each one your 100%. You don't sprinkle yourself everywhere. You devote yourself to one segment or one vertical.
And so I got a billboard up in Center Point, and when everyone drives by, I mean, I can't go into Center Point to a bar, I can't go into a restaurant, and I mean, we drove up next to Brandon Moore and Parker yesterday, and I've known Parker since he was little, but he recognizes me from the billboard, and he's like, "That's Lucas!" And I mean, but for a period of time, I am farming that market with the billboard. And a year from now, we'll switch it, and we'll put the billboard somewhere else, and we'll let it sit there for 6 months to a year until I hear it coming back to me. And then we'll switch it again.
Bro, my girl loves this Christmas billboard.
Did you see that she's tuning in?
My girl.
Oh, he's so surprised. He did not. He's like, my girl.
I can't talk about it.
Oh, he was about to go somewhere. We lost the whole
Just
story.
right now.
I snitched. I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's the
man.
bro code. I had to look out for him. Hey, you see she's watching, right?
Good looking out. I love you.
However, Moco is a piece of Elise's life. So
I met her for the first time here for sure.
The funny part, babe, since you're here and Tom brought you up, the funny part is I talked about how much this bar and how much the regulars at this bar have done for you since everything you went through in life, even before I met you. And I introduced, Lucas and Monica to some of the regulars here. Specifically, shout out Paulie. Crazy but yeah, it's crazy. You talked about small world earlier, but thank you for tuning in. But it is like this bar is a huge part of your life, and it's crazy that the podcast was here. I'm like, yeah, I'll stop by. It's like 8 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, I'll stop by and say hi, and here we go.
This bar is a huge part of my life as well, and it's now a huge staple in the Whiskey Real Estate podcast as our first sponsor and off-site bar location. So once again, shout out to Moco. Hot dogs are amazing. I don't know how I've waited. I've been coming here for so many years. Waited this long to try a hot dog.
Yeah, first time for me too.
I'll be real. I'm sorry, Moco, but like when I'm craving food, I don't think hot dogs. Like that's just not what I think. Now, though, you think hot dogs?
Hey, let alone hot dogs with cereal on them.
Let's be real.
I ain't gonna lie. Marketing genius, but for a regular Iowan, there's no way in hell, pardon my language, I would have ever thought to put cereal on a hot dog.
And see, I would, and I've never thought of that either, but I would have on a marketing level because we have Quaker in Cedar Rapids.
No,
what's the best way to represent our city?
Stop it.
Staple?
Okay, stop it here.
What?
Well, I'm going to get in here. Okay, Tone the Boss is definitely a wrestling fan. So Tone the Boss, I mean,
Yeah.
when we were growing up,
We're a
every
wrestling
Saturday morning they had a little cartoon, a wrestling cartoon.
Yeah.
And you cannot tell me you never put cereal on something exotic just to eat it because you wanted to watch your hot dog. Or not your hot dog, you wanted to watch your wrestling. I mean, I can tell you straight up, Saturday mornings when we were growing up was a big deal because it was the cartoon time. You know, that was
I used to watch Woody the Woodpecker.
Woody the Woodpecker, Tom and Jerry,
Oh, yeah.
Scooby Doo.
Saved by the Bell. Saved by the Bell. I mean, you throw that stuff back. I mean, I can name all the stuff that I used to watch. One of the wrestling ones was that's where JD and the dog were on.
Yeah, Junkyard Dog.
Yeah, you had the hacksaw.
Tim Duggan.
And the list
Henry
goes
Lane
on.
coming through to watch
Yeah, the list goes on and on. You had the Bushwhackers.
Yeah.
British Bulldog.
Yeah.
You had all the old school guys. Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, of course.
Now you're talking to my people.
Yeah.
Everything before Andre, no clue what they're talking about. Andre and Hulk, those are my guys. Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, you can't tell me you never put cereal on something crazy just because you ran out of milk.
I've heard of cereal in
we have
water.
milk some days.
I've heard of cereal in water.
Yeah.
I
But
think
they didn't
at
have
one point I
the
tried
rest
hot
of
sauce
me.
on it. But yeah.
Mine was just because we were broke.
I can't even tell you what I put with cereal, especially living across the street at Co. and when I was at Upper Iowa when we.
Them college days, nobody gave any F's.
No.
It
Bush
is
Light.
ramen for like
Frosted
a
Flakes.
month.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't bat an eye at it. Like now, I'd be damned if I'm in a relationship and it's ramen every night.
No, we would be dead
I'm way
from
too
sodium
bougie.
levels.
I-
We too old for that shit now, bro.
yeah.
Well, and the crazy thing is when you get into looking into real estate, you're looking into the college years, and you look into the things you did in your dorm room, or you looked into the things you did in your apartment, whether you didn't go to college or not.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we deal with landlords and investors, I mean, I'm telling you right now, all the stuff I did in college and whatever, now I'd be like, don't rent to that guy.
Yeah, I was
burn down
definitely.
your house.
Yeah.
Because you remember the hot pots where you just have to put water in it and it would boil itself because you plugged it into the wall.
I have a whole burnt foot. What do you call it, John? John calls it ass foot because there was a hot pot and it was on fire at a friend's house while I was in the shower.
Yeah.
And I grabbed the hot pot to throw it out because my friend Jarrell is like a superhero and he told me a story of him almost burning his house down and throwing the pot out. So I was like, oh, Jarrell did it, I can do it. Don't ever think you can do what Jarrell does. So I grabbed this pot. I already practiced 3 times throwing the pot out the apartment to save the apartment. I could have just left. I wish I would have just left. I didn't. I practiced throwing the pot out in 3 steps. I grab the pot that's on fire. I do the first hop successfully. I do the second hop, burns my hand, almost burns another part of me that I would not be here today if that part got burnt. It's not worth it. It almost, and this is me fresh out of a shower. So it's me in a towel. So it burns my hand, burns the towel falls, and the whole boiling pot of grease lands on my foot. Scalds it. My foot's bubbling and melts down to the bone.
Does it still show damage if you were to take your stuff up?
What'd you say?
Is your foot still all damaged?
So and this is why he calls me ass foot is they end up doing surgery where they did a skin graft where they cut out a piece of my ass and put it on my
So
foot.
you literally ass foot.
Ass foot indeed.
That ain't booty feet, it's booty feet.
I can kick your ass and kick my ass at the same time.
I like that.
So, but you get into think of it, and Cody, now that you're doing our property coordinating and walking all of our properties and whatnot, and the things people do.
Would you
Oh my
rent
God.
to college? You
Guys,
both of you. That's
No,
the
I
question.
would not rent to college.
That's
For the
crazy.
first time in my life, and I'll make this very quick because I don't want to sidebar, and there's one other shout out I do want to give in my time here. But I walked into an eviction, and we had a full crew there, right? So when we do evictions, we have a crew that we standard, they are our eviction crew.
Yeah.
Nobody else gets the job. It's always there. The only time we call on other people is if they can't make it. They have a full crew there. The family of that tenant is there. The sheriff is there. They have to call in reinforcements. So they call in my company, which is can I name it?
Yeah, go ahead.
America Maintenance and Contracting. They call me in and they say, hey, we need more guys for this eviction. So I drive over. I'm in a meeting with him And the main guy from that crew calls me. He's like, Cody, are you busy? I'm like, yes, I'm in a meeting. He's like, I don't care. I need you here right now. So I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah.
that is a bad sign.
Yeah, that's
so I'm like,
horrible.
Lucas,
Yeah,
I gotta
get there.
Yeah.
So I drive over there. He's like, Cody, come here. Sheriff's looking at me, laughing. I'm like, oh, that's it, man. So I walk in. Let me rephrase that. I walk to the door. I can't walk in. It's floor to ceiling trash.
Oh, Lord.
And we're not talking hoarders. We're talking trash, right?
Okay.
Like, they're not hoarding stuff. It's literally they haven't left the inside of this house for over a year.
Oh, man.
So it's pure trash, pizza boxes, soda, like everything they've called in and just had delivered.
Well, and when you say you haven't left the house, I mean the grass was up to your chest.
Yep.
And we had to hire
Waist
people.
height, yep.
We had to hire people to cut grass. We tried to change the locks, 4 or 5 different times.
5.
He changed them right back.
He said, "You fell."
So
yeah, me and Manika went there with the keys, unlocked the door, and we couldn't open it.
Yeah.
It was barricaded shut.
And this is after the 5th time of our office sending me to go see if they're still living. Right?
Yeah.
So I told our office and I told Lucas, a 13-year veteran, right?
Yeah.
If I am the one that has to knock that door down, I'm putting my body armor on and I'm having my assault rifle with me.
That's
Because-
the AR.
I ain't joking. Like, and it's
Not
not
the
'cause I'm
AR-15.
scared. It's because I'm prepared.
I'm here to get it done.
It ain't because I'm scared.
I'm
it's
here
'cause
to
I'm
get
prepared.
things done. This
So
will be the last
third time I ever went to this property to check if they're still living there, because there's a whole
Shout out to
eviction
Cale and
process
Wifey. They just
that
walked
I
in.
won't even get into. But
Yeah.
we have to check to see if they're still living there several times.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Dumb mother sucker got voted to be the guy that checks. Okay.
Love Moco.
Love you.
So I'm the one that gets sent to go see if they're still living there.
Yeah.
Well, the third time I went there, this dude has a broken out window with wood paneled up.
No.
So while I'm there, I'm knocking on every door and I'm like, hey, we just need to see if you're still living there. Is anybody home? Are you okay at this point? Because it's our third time with no response.
Yeah.
The dude removes the paneling and just stares at me. I'm not joking. Like picture you knock, right? There's a wall here, right?
Yeah.
So you knock. Hey, anybody home? The wood just goes, and the dude's just like,
Oh Lord.
Oh, man.
and he didn't move, he didn't talk, he didn't do nothing.
Blink.
Oh, for the first time in my adult life, I literally jumped a little bit. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, you
And he
might
didn't
have to
say a
put
word.
him down.
And
get
it
him
was an
down.
awkward moment for about 4 minutes where I'm just like, hi, my name's Cody.
Yeah.
Okay, no shake, got it. I work with AMMT. I'm here to just see if you are okay, first of all.
Yeah, safety first.
Let you know there's an eviction process started because you haven't paid rent, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Your grass is getting long, your rent's overdue, blah.
Yeah.
The whole gamut. He literally didn't break. He just...
He was
So I'm
Mayor
just-
knows I moved to Iowa City. Why were you here? That's exactly what he did tell us. He said he moved to Iowa City.
I've already lied to you. Why
I'm
are
here
you?
to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Like, I was so shook. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good. So after about 4 or 5 minutes, I literally was just like, all right, man, I'm not doing this. You're weirding me out. I'm out. I'm gonna go back to the office and tell them that you're still living here.
And nothing I can do about it.
Nothing I can do about it. And Tam's like a month later, she's like, I need you to go check. I'm like, nah.
No, not that property. Once you say that
I
address.
told her, I'm like, I will pretend to, but I'm going to tell you he's still living there. That's
Yeah.
all I'm going to
Yep,
do.
yep.
I didn't even drive him out there. So anyways, we get to the eviction process, and long story short, I've never seen anything like this in my
So
life.
let me pause that quick where you're at right now
God,
because
there's more.
we've talked about this in the past. The city has an ordinance and the cops have an ordinance. They won't allow you to kick them out unless you have 2 people per bedroom. This is only a 2-bedroom house.
Yep.
So this is a 2-bedroom house and 1 living room. Like it's 700 to 820 square feet. That's it.
Yeah.
Cool house, huge yard.
Yeah, huge yard.
Jungle at this point.
But the house is tiny as hell, no basement.
Yep.
So and the crew shows up with 4 to 6 people,
Yep.
and they're calling for backup on a 2-bedroom place. They're calling for a 2-bedroom. I mean, the kitchen is the size of this table, and they're calling for backup. So how many total people did you have for a 2-bedroom, 700 square foot eviction?
Right. But oh my
God. So for those tuning in, I'm not going to show them on the film because privacy reasons and things like that, but I am showing to them some pictures of what the actual eviction looked like. And this was after 3 hours of nine men clearing this out.
9 bed for a 2-bedroom.
So 9 men got called in, 2 full eviction crews, right? Normally it takes 1 eviction crew, 2 to 4 people, and they just move everything in the house to the curb that the tenant hasn't gotten out or whatever. This took 9 men. The sheriff's department called in 4 backups, so there was 5 deputies from the sheriff's department there, plus 2 counselors, whatever department, pardon my ignorance, don't know enough about it. But somebody from the state came and talked to the tenant and his family about giving him help because there were some psychological issues.
Oh yeah,
with
to
the
live in
tenant.
those conditions.
Right. And don't get me wrong, we're not here to be a-holes. We're here to help, right? Like,
That's our goal, is to help.
we want everybody to be good, but I don't even remember what sparked this conversation. But bottom line, when we talk about like overall, like that was all hands on deck, and I've never in my life seen something like that. You see it on Hoarders, like the TV show and stuff, but until we got on, I've seen more things that I've never seen in my life in this industry. And I think that's what sparked this whole conversation. As you said, some of the stuff we've seen, but that was by far like my wild moment where I really felt like I was on reality TV.
Well, this kid just got out. He was just fresh out of college too into the professional field. What is 26, 28?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Not
I
30.
thought this is like a 50, 60 year old.
No,
under
30.
Young
Young kid.
And knew every time I was at his door, and I've probably been at his door 15 times.
That's insane.
And the crazy thing is, if you would have showed up every single one of our postings, and we post every month, it was still there.
Just plastered.
I mean, it looked like we created a banner outside his door because he never took his postings down. We got to leave him on. So, I mean, and we lost in court 5, 6 times trying to get him out.
That's the system, and that's all I'm going to say.
Exactly. We lost in court 5 or 6 times. This guy lived there for 7 months with no paying rent. And Bo's yard, violation of leases everywhere.
Well, all right. So I remember owning my house, and like, if I didn't mow my yard, and like, even when there was a crack in the sidewalk, I was held liable as the owner. So when you're renting, is the city coming for you guys?
Yes.
Even more.
Over their lawn?
Yep.
So every 3 years there's a standard inspection that has to happen. But in between those 3 years, any little thing that gets called out, the city is requiring you to fix it, or they fine you. And those fines immediately.
Those aren't going to the tenant; they're going to you.
Oh, well, and the
first
time the
rent.
city goes out, it's $150. Second time the city goes out, it's $360, and then they just keep going up. And that's for a normal mow. So they keep charging every time they have to go out there. The crazy part about it is this guy didn't care.
No,
he's like, send him. Because he's not going to call the city on himself and say, hey, this guy ain't fixing this. Like, the thing of it is where we walked into properties like that, we just had a $15,000 clean out that we had at the shop.
No bullshit.
Just
most expensive clean out of our life.
Bad?
Yeah.
No.
Well, go ahead.
Can I give a little detail to
Yeah,
that?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. This was a this is a drug house. It's a house turned into a fourplex. The back unit, right? So there's 3 units in the front door, 1 unit in the back. The old owner of the house lived in the back unit. Remodeled it. It looks nice as hell in there.
Yeah, really nice.
Full remodel. He lived there, luxury life, and he didn't give a crap about what happened on the front of the house. Well, the front of the house, let's just say since November when I joined Lucas, we acquired this property, December, January?
Yep.
So since we acquired this property, my job is to go out and start, getting all the tenants on an actual lease with our company. Getting everything on the up and up, right?
Yep.
Needless to say, every time I went out there, it was,
Anything else?
I'll do another beer.
Might as well grab one more.
Or, I'll do another whiskey. It's whiskey and real estate. Blackberry and Sprite. I have a tab open, please.
Blackberry and lemonade.
Or lemonade, sorry, thank you. Good save.
Yeah.
So anyways, this
What
was a
about
drug
you?
house. Literally people coming.
So this was a drug house.
Yeah.
Great transition. This is a first.
Thank you. That's what I worked on.
And Cody gives
I
us our
practiced in
first
front
on
of the
whiskey
mirror.
and real estate.
This
So
is
back
why
to the drug
my
house.
episodes all get banned, so you may not even see this.
It's on live. We're done.
Oh,
We're
we good. I'm
Probably
safe
our last,
tonight.
first and last sponsored episode of talking about the drug house.
But this is like literally, and I don't mean it in any bad way, that the house is literally meant to.
It was.
There was 2 drug dealers living there. and people would literally cycle in and out. They would come, get their fix, and they would leave. I don't know how else to word it to be politically correct.
So let me get this. We talked about this on one episode, like 5 episodes ago.
No, we did.
Yes, we did.
Clubhouse?
Yes, so this is the
We
one that,
never.
if you go back to our episodes and we talk about in the middle of the hallway, they had an attic access
Yes.
where the people crawled up the attic
They would
access
go
and
and
would
they
jump
would
into
break
the rooms.
into the other rooms.
And they would break into because it just
Tone's
up
hating life
and
right
over.
now.
And so they would come through the attic access in each of their
Guys,
closets.
here's the thing. It's not even about like
The
trying
drugs.
To be,
Like,
no, I'm not even
What's the
trying-
save? What's the save? We're here. Just keep going.
Guys, but all right. Since we're making a joke of it, but I'm going to be serious about it. Guys, this is our reality.
Yeah,
Okay?
no.
This is our reality. That road, I'm not going to name the road for privacy
Please
reasons.
don't do that.
Okay? But that road is a actual mainstream road where kids walk to school.
It is.
So
It's
so
literally
we
like
make jokes and we
150
laugh
yards
because
from the school.
we can do that. We
Yeah.
can laugh about this because we've lived our lives and we've seen enough stuff ourselves. But this is the reality of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Cedar Rapids, Iowa is a great, hard-working community, but we still have these problems.
We do. Yeah.
Okay, so we inherited this house, a realtor, not Lucas. The guy should have gone through Lucas, and I've told him that. And now he has promised that moving forward he will go through Lucas. But the guy got sold some bad properties, 3 of them to be exact. This one in particular, all 4 units trash. 3 of the units that we just cleared out were literally so infested with needles and drugs and other stuff that we had to charge a hazmat fee on top of all the normal stuff, and we had to take precautions while clearing everything out to make sure we didn't accidentally get.
Stuck with a needle.
You said it.
Hooked
not
on.
me.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
you're
stuck
showing up.
you and me.
Well, and it's crazy because that's the 2% that that is definitely the 2% of all rental properties that people fear.
It is.
All right.
But here's the thing. Here's the other part, right? So very short version. I'll try to be as short as possible. I'm long-winded.
No, you're fine.
The neighbor literally walks up to me while we're doing the clear out, and she thanks me. She's literally in tears, and I'm not exaggerating. She's crying. I have been trying to get these people out of this neighborhood for so long. I'm so glad AMMT is finally stepping up and removing these people because it's such a bad look and it's so dangerous for my family when they blah blah blah. So long story short, it took an entire crew. I have 7 guys on my crew with America. Lucas has a couple heavy hitters on his crew. We again tag team. We brought in both crews and we removed the basement, which was pretty much a full apartment. We removed all 3 units, including cabinets, vanities,
Gutted. They just
appliances,
gutted them.
everything gutted, right? Almost 15 grand, bro. And that's giving him a discount because he's done so much stuff with us.
Well, and that's kicking it. So like if we would have gone with like the first couple guys that did that stuff, being that it was our own company, our own investor, he's buying real estate through us now. And I mean, we could discount it quite a bit because the other bids that were coming in were $25,000 to $35,000.
Yeah. No joke.
We did it, and America did it for
14 or less.
Yeah, 14 or less. I mean, so we took off $10,000. That is savings for that investor. Remodels a whole unit. So not only did he get the clear out, but he's gonna get the
Brand new
remodel
shit
too.
in a unit for free.
Yep.
So one of the things that we wanted to talk about on this podcast was relationships and, of course, sponsors and stuff like that, too. Shout out to Moco. But relationship,
Moco!
business, partnership, and sponsors. So when it comes to stuff like that, Lucas, and it's like one of your properties that you're dealing with, I imagine you can't always just go to America, like just financially. Like, how does that work? Like, you don't get offended at all that he's got to shop around. Like, you might quote him something and he has to go with someone else, or how does that usually work with you two?
So the nice thing is Cody, being that he works with us directly, he's going to get the first shot at most of what we do.
Oh, that's
if not all that we do. So, I mean, but the thing is when we're hiring contractors and when we're talking to our investors, we have to do the best for our investors. Because it keeps them buying, it keeps them in the game, it keeps them rolling. We have to look out for the best financial.
Does that ever become a situation between you two? Like, oh, why aren't you going through us, or why didn't you?
It could and it could not,
But it hasn't yet.
Not yet.
That's dope. And it's not going to. I'm not going to say yet. It's not going to.
I don't think it will because go ahead. You say what you're going to say.
So we always tell the contractors, because one thing America does is America's got his own guys, but we also have people that contract through us. And so we tell the contractors when they're going out there, okay, the only person that's going to fire you from this job is yourself. You're going to outbid yourself, or you're not going to perform of what you said it was. And so if they go out there outbidding themselves, we're a volume company. It's no secret. We have, 300 to 400 properties, sometimes 500 properties, depending on what time of the year it is. So we're a volume customer, and that's a benefit to our investors.
Yeah.
Because our HVAC guy does a lot of stuff at, pretty much cost plus a little bit some. The bids we get from the third-party companies like America and like, Global Heating and Cooling and so on and so forth.
So we can shout out a few.
Yeah, we can keep going and going. Plumco out of Benton. Mike does a great job out there.
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, we can name a whole bunch of them. They understand we're volume, so our investors get almost cost plus a little bit more on top of it is they're going to be their bill. Where if they would hire that company directly, they would get charged as an individual customer. So there's a huge benefit to what we do on this, that, and another. Yeah. So again,
crazy.
Karaoke's going.
Y'all hear that?
I think we're gonna get.
That's where I'm gonna be after this.
Yeah.
So advantages of using a property management company that has a good relationship within the community and with our other contractors.
Before we transition, Cody, I'm gonna ask you something that Lucas asked my boy Jay Lim. What do you think? What's something that you've learned from Lucas that you benefited from, and what's something that you think is holding Lucas back?
So you always drop the heaviest shit on me, and you never do it
After
at the
6
beginning
drinks.
stages of my drinking. You do it at the end.
Oh shit!
So here we are.
We are live.
Somehow gonna unlive this because I'm on here.
Oh man,
Guys, you can't get a more real man than the gentleman sitting to my right.
hey, except the guy to your left too.
Well,
We're figuring that out.
we're getting there. No, I'm just
Pretty
joking.
good at beer
Both these gentlemen are the absolute real deal. Obviously, two different verticals, right? This industry, from a music perspective, there's nobody I've ever met in my life, and very few people that I've even heard of in my life that can touch this man to my left.
Thank you.
And he kind of fished his own bait there, asshole.
I did.
But he deserves it, and I've done that before too, but genuinely, I've never been in the music community as much as I have since I met him. I came to his award ceremony, at his music ceremony.
You enjoyed it, right?
It was legit. I literally thought, Elise, if you're still on here, vouch for me right now. We had a blast, right? I got to meet his parents, which told me a lot about who he is, because obviously he's their child. And his dad is just a social butterfly. I had his dad on the hook until what's his name stole him away from me. They might even have like their own company by this point. But no, back to your question. I've learned so much from him, but the number one thing that I've learned from Lucas, and it's not necessarily a professional thing, but it can be used in any profession, is I need to relax. I need to just let life be. I need to learn more than assert, because in the last 10 years of my life, if not more, I've been in a leadership role in the Army and in companies, because before I was with him, I was a VP and a director of operations for a couple different marketing companies. I never knew how to just let it go. It was always, you need to control this, you need to get in touch with this, you need to do the boom, 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 right?
Yep.
No chill, as the kids would say. The biggest thing I've learned from Lucas is that life is going to life, and you just need to move on to the next thing, control what you can control, and be the best version of yourself. And I can honestly say, before Lucas, I never thought about that. I always thought that I had to control it. I had to.
That's full circle, because when we started, when we got you on here, that's what I saw you do. I saw you not try to delegate, you really did delegate something, and the moment that it seemed a little overwhelming to the person you delegated it to, you stood up, you sobered up, you put the dip down, that was delicious, by the way.
So good.
I know, during a big game,
That's not.
we won't talk about,
That's just,
we won't go into that. But you got right to work
I'll let
at all hours of the night. You got right to work.
Yep.
You took care of it. When somebody was dogging you out, and we won't get into that, but I've seen you deal with situations where you know, things aren't addressed in the kindest fashion,
Yeah.
and you handle it with grace.
You have to.
And
The minute you stoop
they
to
hear
their
that, you
level,
know, I
yeah.
saw Lucas do it and show him just roll with the
Yeah.
punches and control your controllables, and I've watched you do this in real life. Kudos to you.
Appreciate that.
All right, now we gotta get to the
not
bag.
Hey, not to rub salt in the nice
Oh,
kind
here
words
goes,
you just
here
said,
goes.
but I've
Here
been
goes,
holding
here
on to this. So you talk about punctuality, right?
I saw.
What taught me what I saw, yeah. So does he. What taught
Two
me
peas in a
a
pod.
lot of
Two
the
peas
things that
on
we
a
just
pod.
talked about, and I don't mean this as an insult, obviously in a joking
Yeah.
manner, it's
No,
funny.
yeah.
But when I joined Lucas, it was only for basketball, right? When I met him for the first year, we had nothing to do with each other professionally. It was just basketball
Okay.
and friendship.
Yeah.
Friendship developed within what, 2-3 months, you'd say?
But it was a relationship that brought you to me. A
100%,
relationship
100%.
that we've already
Yeah,
created.
Cam introduced me to
Networking.
you.
Yep.
We met. We drove the same vehicles. We had the same ideas. We had the same basketball programs that merged.
Yep.
Same philosophies. But within 2-3 months of our basketball, we also became friends. Not nearly on the level we are now, but at that time, he was at his old office. I was working my job. And he would say, we need to have a basketball meeting. And I'd say, yes, sir. When? 11:30 on Tuesday. Cool, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Cody shows up. What time? 11:15. 11:15. I'm at the front door.
Don't
I
matter
walk
who
back
does.
into.
Yeah,
I walk back
no.
into Lucas's office.
No.
Lucas ain't there. So I'm
Here.
sitting on Lucas's.
I'm coming.
Lucas's old office is about the size of this room, and he had a couch there. So I would instantly plop down on the couch and I'd say, "All right, I'll wait." So 11:42 rolls around. Lucas walks in. Hey, what's up, man? How you blah 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 blah. How much? Where's person X? I'm not going to name his name. Where's
drill
person Z?
sergeant.
I'm not going to name his name. Where's person? There was 3 other people, right?
Yeah.
2 other people. 2 other people were parents and also members of the basketball. The other one was a young kid that was kind of. He looks up to Lucas and nobody's there.
Yeah.
I'm like, where they at? He's like, I don't know. 12:15 rolls around. They roll in. Bro, we are 45 minutes late on this meeting. And now we have all people attended for.
Oh, man.
And rather than get right into the meeting and apologize for being late, they want to talk about some off-the-wall crap that I'm not going to mention that has nothing to do with basketball.
And you've been waiting on this meeting
And I've been
for
sitting
an
here
hour
waiting
and
on
an
it,
hour.
like picture me, right? Like military code. This
Yep.
is fresh out the.
If you're not early, you're late. If
I'm
you're
still
not
in
15
this
minutes
time.
early, you're late.
I'm still a drill sergeant at this time in the reserves.
Oh, really?
I haven't even gotten out of the army yet.
Yeah.
I'm still in.
If you're
So
not
I'm sitting
early,
here
you're
on the
late.
couch just like, F my life.
Yeah,
F my
come
life.
on.
F my life. What is going on?
Yeah.
And then finally, I'm going to say it because he's my boy. B-More is the last person to walk in.
Yeah.
Cool B-More. Slick Rick.
Yeah.
Hollywood movie. 26. Could get any
Shout
girl
out
he
B-More.
wants. Right?
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out B-More, you turd. Right? He walks in the office. What's up, guys? And I'm just like, I want to punch you in the face right now.
Just cool,
So-
cracking jokes. Like,
So yeah, right. So
that's me. That's me.
you know, full punctuality and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Lucas was the worst, and I would tell him, I'd be like, Lucas, I can't run. Like, I took my lunch break to come have this meeting, and we got nothing done.
Oh,
Just
man.
let me skip it next time.
Yeah.
And he would tell Cody, just trust me, just trust me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I came and worked with him and I realized how chaotic this
Oh, yeah,
industry is.
And that's the other thing I think me and Lucas definitely have in common is like we will just deal with like a burning building and fire, and we will walk in that next meeting with a smile, and like that's the reason we weren't punctual. But we're not also people that'll make excuses like, oh my God, I'm so sorry because I had to do A B. Like we just
No, never one.
Every day is A B C
Never one, yep.
through F. So we just go in with a smile. We get there when we get there. Like I said, I just move with God. Like if Cody hates me and never works with me again because I was late, we probably weren't supposed to work together because that ain't gonna be the last time.
That would never happen. I just, like I
late.
joked about over there, that's just the best cop out in the whole world. You use the one
I
man
use
and only
the G word.
as your cop out.
Yep,
Good.
it works. You can't beat him.
But seriously, the number one thing that he's taught me is you gotta just move on to the next thing.
roll with the punches.
Biggest opportunity for Lucas is he needs to know how strong of a man and how smart of a man and how kind. For lack of better words, we'll use kind, but that word could be disseminated into probably 7 or 8 different words. But we'll use kind to summarize it. This is the most giving and trusting man that I have ever met. If I were to mess up tomorrow and screw over even a multi-$1,000 deal with him, as long as I'm honest with him and then I come forward with him and I say, here's what happened, help me, he's not going to lecture me. He's not going to scold me. He's going to help me solve it and then make sure I don't make that mistake again. Yeah. And the reason I believe that our first interaction on a podcast is never going to be shown again is we learned a lot about each other that day, is that this man will sacrifice his own well-being. He will sacrifice his family's well-being. He will sacrifice his company's well-being to help people he cares about. And you know what? Just leave that part out of the podcast, because that's a big part of it, right? But that's the reality. And what I would say, the biggest thing that I would say with all seriousness, and this is the most serious I'm going to get on this podcast, is that if this man could do one more thing for himself and for the people that love him and that he loves, is he needs to stand on his principles more and more. And he's doing, in the last 3 months, I've watched this man's transition 180. And here's the hardest part. This man is catching so much crap from people that he cares about. Mm-hmm. But that's the part.
Because we say no.
Yeah.
That's the part, Tom.
He called that
that's
out at the beginning of the year. What are you going to change? And he said, cut people off. I'm saying no.
But that's the part, right?
He's been doing
that's
it.
The part
It's
is when you start to stand. And I'm not saying that he's become an a-hole.
No.
I'm not saying that he is starting to make wrong decisions. Yeah. What I'm saying is that everybody has people in their life. They have people in their life that build them up. They have people in their life that bring them down. Mm-hmm. Lucas and everybody. Everybody has people that bring them down. Lucas outweighed heavily the people that were bringing him down because he was just giving and giving and giving and giving. And he's finally with, and I credit Monica more than...
Yeah, she ain't playing this.
I don't know.
Monica ain't playing.
My point being,
we're going to bring her on next.
I love Monica when she's nice to me. Right? But no, all seriousness, all jokes aside, guys. I love Monica because she empowers this man to do the things that we're talking about right now. Yeah. She genuinely loves him for words that I'm putting. I don't know if she does or not. I've never heard them say, I love you. Okay, so please don't. But
I cannot confirm.
She genuinely cares. Let me rephrase.
No.
Goddamn alcohol. First of all, I'm going first next time.
We're closing you out right here. This is the last sentence, Cody. Then we bring in Monica on.
No, because I got one more. Sorry. She cares about him enough to empower him to do that. And that is the biggest thing, brother, that just keep doing that. You're doing a great job. Last thing, sorry, I know you said sentence. Vernell Chapman. You guys talked about Essence earlier.
Yeah.
I said that when I get on here, I would shout him out. Yep. Is that cool?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely shout him out.
So, on Facebook...
I call him Tony. I'm so confused if his first name's Tony or Vernell.
No, his first name's Vernell. Jesus.
Okay, where's Tony?
His first name is not Jesus, I promise you that.
You gotta find the post.
Did you whisper that?
Is it Vernell?
Is it Vernell?
It is Vernell.
When I typed in Vernell Chapman, it was Tony. But there's a different one.
Maybe he's hiding from you.
It's the first one.
That's Tony. I'm looking for the V. Chapman.
No, it's Vern Wellington is what you...
Wellington,
See,
thank you.
Yeah. Vern and
That's why I
Wellington.
can't drink, guys.
Wrong person.
Yeah. Hey, but shout out to Tony too. So, Save Us is always doing great things for the community.
Save Us, yes.
You're not even the right person.
No, I wasn't. That's why I don't get on here after drinking.
But the thing is there's guys like Tony that what they do in the community is not sought after a lot either, because man, I can't even imagine the things that I can. He goes through the same stuff we're going through with the diplomats and the Iowa legacy transfer and everything like that. Just trying to start something new to try to and it's tough to start something new. So yeah, we got Miss
Wilmington. We all said it wrong.
Yep.
So V. Wilmington.
Oh, is it Vern?
Yes. So Essence's big brother.
Okay, yes.
Thank you.
I told you.
Yes. All right.
Tom, you can make fun of me all you want.
No, you're good. You're good. Do the shout out. I'm sorry, I don't get frustrated on this.
The worst part is Monica's going to follow me on this. And she's
Monica's laughing. Normally Monica's the one that's frustrated, so I've actually finally got to laugh at me for you.
So if you go, the reason I'm shouting out
Stop laughing.
3 wrong names in a row, and I'm sorry, brother.
Thank you for explaining.
Right. I've been drinking, okay? Monica, you're fired.
Do the mother. Do the shout.
So Vern came to our very first tournament on Diplomats, and you guys obviously can't see the video. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but this dude, if you go to Wilmington,
I thought you were trying to spell the word Vern. I'm like,
bro, don't judge me. But he came and did a hot ass mix track for our boys last summer, or last winter actually.
Yeah, he's been doing it for
Up in
the
Bettendorf.
last couple of years.
And this dude here, I'll just show you since you can see. You can vouch.
oh, that's fire already. Like we're HD.
So last thing I'll do, and then I'm out of here because
them are some nice trophies. I need one of them.
we got two of them. We won the boys and the girls that tournament.
Yeah.
So this dude made this mix track, and y'all were talking about Essence earlier, which she is fire.
V Wilmington Productions.
Yep. So V Wilmington Productions, fifth
That is
time's the
good.
charm. Don't mind us.
That's good.
The only thing, next time you do a video for us, please don't get me cussing out the boys.
He was snapping.
Look at that.
That's passion right there.
Yeah, you
That's
was
passion.
Well, that was the first time.
And use
I
a
cussed
Tone
a
the Boss
certain
song.
individual. Yeah, we needed a Tone the Boss song.
Yeah, no.
All right, Monica, get over here.
Thank you,
guys for
Cody.
having me.
Thank you, man.
You want this? You
Cheers.
bringing your own?
Cheers.
guys.
Cheers,
I mean, I don't think you
He
need
can now have some old fashioned.
Cheers. I'm
No,
now.
He said, no, I'm really gonna be happy with that.
I think he needs a bed.
I'll see you guys next time.
Bye, John.
All right,
Bye,
thank you,
guys.
John.
See you next week.
Shout out Sound Spot.
I forgot one name.
You said the name right.
No, I literally named Tony when I was trying to name somebody to visit.
All right.
Miss
Speaking of and, there is no
You know what
whiskey and real estate without the
Well, I just
and.
put my blonde back in. It's alright.
Yeah, girl.
I did laundry. I don't care about my hair right now. I do, but I don't.
This episode's up there with the Burts.
Yeah, the Burts.
This was good. This was really good. Cody, you did so much better this time. It's not
This
all
is
the
me
way
loving
appropriate,
you
but
and
it's so
flipping
much
you off
better.
at the same time.
How you
Well,
feeling,
thank
Monica?
you.
Great.
Any Monica moments?
I got a lot of them, but I'm not.
Nope.
I was told that I didn't get paid for being your bartender by the guy up there.
Oh, you're bartending now.
I mean, I was your bartender.
Oh.
Then yours.
Go ahead. No, say something to him.
I don't think this woman's ever had to pour her own wine glass.
Oh.
Did you see
So you
her
had
attitude?
personal bartender.
I was your bartender. And yours.
It was serious.
And I love you, baby.
Miss Monica never has to worry about getting her own drink.
Aww.
Thanks.
Did you say thanks and roll your eyes at the same time?
Yeah.
I did.
I think that discredits the whole thank you.
I did not.
Oh my God! So we talked about this. This has been a conversation we've had. And Tony, it's funny how this goes because what you just said is because like you got Father's Day that was just passed.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there.
Happy Father's Day.
Yep. And
You got a pretty cool bag set.
you know got a
Pretty
great bag
awesome.
set.
I know.
So
You know how I got it? Oh, hon, it's so nice. Thank you. I can't wait to cook stuff for you on this. It was just so bad. I was like, no, we're going to try this again.
there was no right response.
He had it.
You're not right to the podcast.
He had it.
So here's the thing with that is Monica's like the ultimate butt person. She's like, you are
How personal are we
fantastic,
getting today?
but
You were so serious when you did that to me.
yeah, you're fantastic, but or you've
Right,
done a
right,
great thing, but and it's like you got the old saying bank deposit. Like build someone up, and then you make your point. You do the deposit. So bank deposit. There's no banking.
It's just deposit.
It's maybe build
Couple
up.
times.
All right, Monica, I'm gonna drop one on you. Have you done the sandwich method? Are you familiar with that?
Hell no.
Cody said hell no. The sandwich method is when you have to say something negative, you give them a positive first. You give them the negative that you have to
Teach
do,
them, baby.
and then you close it with another positive about them.
I give him.
You don't. I'm trying to fuck with you. You do not. I'm sorry. I'm not y'all too much.
Why have I not got
This is
you?
blasphemy. And I don't even use that word. You ain't. I'm giving you the gem right here.
I can't be nice. First
It's
of all,
okay.
when I was nice to you, you act like
I was
you did
scared.
something
I
wrong.
was terrified. I thought I did something wrong.
That's your fault.
It's always someone else's fault.
You
And
taught
you know what?
that.
It's funny. I always had to say make it someone else's fault.
Yeah.
But
she's
that
the
means
queen.
you've done everything you can.
Yeah.
And you've tried to make them successful until they mess up.
I was nice for the day, and they thought
We
that
were
they
scared.
did something wrong.
Me and Jake were terrified that day. Shout out to Jake. That's my boy. Yeah. Another connection you made for me that's just helped so much. But yeah, Manika, I want you to, like, this week, before we podcast again, I need like 3 examples of you doing the sandwich method.
Yes.
You got something bad to tell Lucas or some bad feedback for another employee, start with the positive. She already said,
I need
start
to
with the
witness
positive.
this. I need to witness
Give
this.
the negative that you have to give, and then end with the positive.
At
And
the
just
office.
see how they react to it afterwards.
Alright.
I'll be your coach.
Is this a bet? This is a life-changing challenge.
Well,
that
we always teach the realtors, come with a solution when you're going to bring a negative. So you better. If you,
I feel like Manika thinks she is the solution. So
it's that controlling side. Oh my God! I cannot. It is so tone. It is so.
The truths that are coming out right now.
we keeping it
Well,
on.
me and Manika just had this
That's
talk,
like
too.
4 shots. And we're just going right to it.
Damn.
Cody, you open the doors. Cody walks so we can run.
I am like honest.
The sacrifices I make, brother.
You gotta give me one. You told me that I can go, but I couldn't complain. I didn't complain, but you didn't say that I had to like be fully on board.
Okay, here's how she handles that. She can go, but she can't complain. So Kennedy comes up to Camille's. Comes up during
Got the
Camille's
basketball game? Yeah,
And-
you
and-
fucked up.
And Manika, I looked at Manika before we went. I'm like, if you're gonna complain about being here, it is Father's Day. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna sit in this thing. Just don't come.
You did not say that.
No,
You
for
said
real
that.
though.
That's exactly what I said.
But that's
Don't
Manika.
I
That's
go, just
Manika.
don't come.
Get it.
I go, so if you come and you're gonna enjoy yourself, you're gonna sit back and relax with me.
I'm so shook.
I can't believe he.
That's real words.
We've seen it, the transformation. The baby, you're right. To hey, bro, just don't even show up.
For real.
I don't even want you.
I didn't bring it.
Damn.
And so,
How did we get here?
So we get to the game. So we got to the game, Tone. And Kennedy comes up and says, Manika, we're so glad to see you. And she goes, yeah, I don't want to be here, but I'm here with him. And I'm like, so that's
not. Yeah.
That
That's
is
Manika. That is the thank you
Right
with
now.
the eye roll.
He said you're
Thank you.
so-
With an eye roll, cancels
he
it
said
out.
You're
Right.
so excited to be here. I was like, yeah, your dad wants to be, so I came. And so she was like,
That is not what you said.
no.
Ooh. That's still not good, by the
Her
way.
exact words.
None of it wouldn't work.
Her
I
exact
said
words that
your
she
dad
used.
wanted to be here, so I came.
She goes,
And so
I
she goes,
don't
you look
want
like you
to
wanted
be
to be
here.
here. I said, no, not really. But,
See,
you know,
exactly.
I'm here.
Yes.
So the entire preemptive agreement to get
To
you
not do that.
to get you to not do what you don't want to do. Like you don't even gotta go, girl.
Oh
You can
my
relax
God.
and you guys can have your time after he gets back.
There's not going to be,
But you
that is
still-
our time.
At the game?
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes, yeah.
You can't say unfortunately.
Oh.
We have 6 kids.
You-
We
we are live.
I was like, God
This
damn.
is forever. This is the internet. The internet is forever.
We
Your
will
kids aren't
always be
watching
at
now.
game.
They will at some
Somebody did worse than Cody.
She did a really good job. 1-2 games.
Oh my god. We're gonna wrap this.
But hey, this is the epitome.
The kids are
of
catching strays. We gotta wrap this
growth
up.
with this. And this is why we love Manika. This is the epitome of your growth with this.
I've grown a lot.
No, you have, Manika. 6
You
months
have,
ago,
you have. I
when
will
I
attest to
hey,
that. I will
when
attest.
I first joined you guys, if we would have had this conversation at the old office, you would have fucking cussed me out. You would have cussed me
We're laughing.
out, and you would have told Lucas that he's never allowed to talk to me again. So you've
First
grown
of
in
all,
two facets.
let's
No,
time out,
no,
'cause I don't control who he talks to.
But you used to try to.
If I could.
But that's my point.
Might
I'm
not be
telling
here.
you. I don't know.
Look, Cody Antone wouldn't be here right now. We don't need to. We gonna podcast ourselves. Oh, okay. All right. You know how to do
No,
all
I'm
that.
not doing
Bro, I'm
You
complimenting
don't need a
her.
podcast. That's what it is.
I'm complimenting her on two facets, Tone. One, she used to try to control him through the people that were around. So back in the day, if I would have done this and I was pissing her off, she would have cussed me out. That's facet number one. And then number two is she would have gone to Lucas and said, that dumbass white boy. And he would have been in trouble if he was associated with me.
Oh my God.
Now, she doesn't do that at all with him, correct? And on top of that, usually if somebody says some dumb stuff to her, she at this point will literally just be like, yep. And in her mind, she's like, you're dumb. Lets them finish, walk away, and then vents to me or Tamara and moves on with her life. Which is a grown way to do it.
Last week we had an AI episode that I loved Monika's responses to.
Oh, yeah. I can't even
I found
imagine.
out. I was like, do you use AI? And I
didn't
could
get to
just
watch
see
that
it.
one.
I didn't even need to ask her, but I just got the confirmation. I bet you say what you want to say to AI and tell it to make this polite or work friendly. But
I
you
wish
say
I
it
watched
exactly
that
how
episode.
you want.
But the kicker to it is
You know when I use it.
Yep.
Manika is a ride or die type person.
Oh yeah, yeah. She ready to ride. She wakes up ready to ride for you.
Yep, she's a ride or die, and she will have your back thick and thin to a flaw, and you just don't meet many people like that because there's one thing I know where my girl's gonna be. She's gonna be at my side or behind, and she's gonna make sure if
You
a
ain't
bullet's
gonna get
coming,
done.
she's stepping in front.
Yeah. And she ain't gonna let nobody do you dirty. If
No.
anything don't seem right, she checking that. She coming in. She'll speak on your behalf to get you right.
Yeah,
So like,
that's a real one.
sandwich thing.
Yes.
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 So I do the same thing. Because
I was gonna say at least at work, but do it with him too.
Right.
It's gonna make your life better.
I
It
do a
will.
lot. Like my thing
Do the
is,
sandwich thing with
he's
him
my
too.
bed person. You gotta pay
I
it.
know.
Like,
Monica,
you can-
like,
you
know,
can be
you don't
ride
cuss
or
this person
die.
out, You don't want me to cuss that person out. So crazy.
pick one.
I gotta like unload somewhere.
Sandwich your unloads though. It'll even change your mentality. Like even like all right, I had a shitty day, but my day did start with I woke up with you. We have this house. I do have my second property. Blah blah. However, then go off and then close it with. But
I love
today,
you.
but I'm gonna not just I love you. 'Cause
Oh.
You're gonna roll your eyes like you just did. You're gonna roll
You
them.
gotta have
However,
statements.
and this is the solution. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna get that done, and then when I get home, I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna feel better about. You got it out there. You still vented, but you started with the positive things you're grateful for. You address the things that you're not okay with, and then you close with solutions that's gonna make you feel better. That's the sandwich. That's the challenge.
Well, and that is a heck of a challenge because
Believe in her. Believe in her. That's gonna be one hell of a challenge.
It is.
Lucas.
but I think she's up for it.
Always real when you get the whiskey.
You making it 10 times harder for this man right now. Tone, you
He
mess
said,
it up.
"Shit."
You will get banned from your own podcast, Tone. You are the Cody of this podcast right now.
Shout out to our sponsors, Moco. Our soon-to-be sponsor, Cedar Ridge, will speak it into existence. Crown Royal Peach, Blackberry. Any last words, guys?
No, I appreciate all of you guys in
This is
this
so
room.
great. This is the funnest episode we ever.
Yeah, John's left, but I appreciate
Kale even stopped in. We wanted him on, and we'll bring him to the studio. But Kale stopped by, waved, made sure everything was going good. He brought his wife, and I just love that. Like,
Yep. Yeah.
he's busy. He's one of us. He's one of those nonstop hard workers.
Grinders,
So,
yep.
Yeah, so that was cool to see him. Shout out J Lim, Soundbox Recording Studio. Shout out Cody. What's the company? Merca.
Merca Maintenance and Contracting.
Merca. I love it.
Yep.
And shout out Monika, who's gonna try
Hey,
the
sandwich
challenge.
Because clearly the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nah, you be ready to go to 5.
Yeah.
What are we in? June? July? June. Monika, from November to June, you've become a completely different person.
Thank you.
We're proud.
Appreciate
We are
it.
proud.
And all in a good way.
Yeah, definitely. Kudos to Monika.
I'm trying.
Minika, anything you want to close it on and say goodbye to?
No. everyone. Love
I
you.
appreciate you all tuning in that are out there live. Keep sharing the love and
I do
keep
have a
sharing the real
question.
estate world.
Malika's got a question, Lucas.
I do, because it's supposed to be like a relationship thing. What is your relationship status right
She's waiting in Moco. We went way over. I told her we're never an hour long,
You're
and we're
dating?
about at 2 hours right now.
They about to karaoke, and I'm gonna watch.
Hints. All right. Any last words?
Anything?
I don't know if it's going to be worth telling you guys about because we might have just killed it.
Yep.
I mean,
Well,
they know you're busy.
Single again. No.
God's will.
Yeah, that's a good callback. If it's meant to be, let me know.
Again, thank you everyone watching Whiskey and Real Estate. We look for the next episode coming out next Wednesday.
Yeah, we might have went off the rails a little bit, but that's what happens when you come to Moco on 16th and E Avenue Northeast.
1600 E Ave Northeast, Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
That's hot dogs in the state.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Their Chicago dogs is better than if you get a hot dog and go to Chicago.
No, I think I
All right, slow down.
that
This is sponsored.
Foley one.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, nah, don't say
The
that.
Chicago one was good, but my favorite was the.
John couldn't even tell us about the CR dog. He was too busy finishing it.
He
so
did. Yep. Same
He
with the New
can
York
acknowledge
dog.
that. So
I did.
thank
get
you
that
guys.
knowledge.
It's pretty good. All right.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
night.
Moco. Good night. Whiskey and Real Estate. Peace.